Stop, listen, pay attention. Because what I'm about to tell you will directly impact every Social Security recipient, every SSI beneficiary, every SSDI household, every senior struggling to pay bills, every disabled American fighting to stay afloat, and every low-income family counting on December payments to survive the holidays. This is not a rumor. This is not clickbait. This is not internet noise. December 2025 is shaping up to be the most financially explosive month Social Security has seen in nearly a decade. With payout changes, benefit increases, new SSA letters hitting mailboxes, and ongoing stimulus discussions that could reshape your expectations for the end of the year. If you rely on Social Security, then every single second of this update matters because December 2025 is not a normal month. It's the financial pressure cooker that Washington hoped you wouldn't look too closely at. Until now. As we move into the final stretch of 2025, millions of Americans are bracing for what could be the most complicated Social Security payout cycle of the year. Not only does December come with early deposit shifts because of weekends and holidays, but it also comes with the new annual COLA increase, end-of-year verification letters, benefit adjustment summaries, and changes that the Social Security Administration has been preparing since mid-year. The combination of rising inflation, cost of living pressures, federal budget battles, and political promises has created a perfect storm. And seniors and disabled individuals are caught right in the center of it. For months, Washington policymakers have been dropping hints about benefit boosts, protection measures, and payment stabilization. And now the paperwork is finally starting to show up in homes across America. Those SSA letters you've been receiving, they aren't junk mail. They're a roadmap of what you're getting, and what could still change before the new year. December payouts this year are particularly important because they reflect not only the standard Social Security deposit schedule, but also adjustments that have been quietly integrated into SSA's new automation system. These adjustments impact retirees, SSDI beneficiaries, SSI recipients, and low-income households differently. Seniors on retirement benefits are watching the monthly totals rise slightly as COLA increases begin phasing into the January checks, while SSDI recipients are receiving notices about disability income reviews and work-related rule changes. Meanwhile, SSI recipients, typically the most vulnerable group, are seeing new December letters explaining their benefit adjustments, resource requirements, and payment timing. And all of this is happening while Washington continues debating whether a final hour stimulus-style benefit or relief deposit should be added for low-income seniors due to rising end-of-year living costs. For many recipients, the biggest confusion right now surrounds the increase. December 2025 benefits are not technically the new COLA rates yet, but this month is when SSA begins notifying you of exactly what your January 2026 check will look like. These letters outline your benefit increase, your new monthly amount, and in some cases, updated Medicare deductions that will affect your net payment. If your letter looked lower than expected, you're not alone. A sizable portion of recipients are seeing Medicare premium adjustments that eat into the COLA increase. This is why the December letters matter. They tell you the truth before you see the new deposit hit your account. But December is also the month many Americans feel the most financial strain. Heating bills climb, food prices skyrocket, prescription costs rise, holiday expenses crush budgets. And with inflation still lingering above the comfort level for millions of fixed-income households, the pressure is suffocating. This is why advocacy groups have been aggressively pushing Washington to authorize some form of supplemental payment or emergency relief for seniors and disabled individuals. While nothing is finalized yet, the concept is still alive. The push is strong, and lawmakers know that if they deliver any form of relief, December is the month when it would matter most, especially for SSI households whose December payments often come early because of the holiday calendar. Speaking of SSI, this December is particularly unusual. Because December 1st lands on a Monday and the holiday schedule is shifting end-of-month payments, SSI recipients are expected to receive their regular payment, but also an early January payment issued on December 31st. This creates confusion every single year because some people mistakenly believe they're receiving two SSI checks for December. They're not. One is your December payment, The other is your January payment paid early because January 1st is a federal holiday. SSI recipients need to understand this timing clearly so budgeting doesn't get thrown off. And this is exactly why so many SSI-related letters are hitting mailboxes right now, because SSA is attempting to prevent misunderstandings that lead to thousands of calls each year. For SSDI recipients, December brings a different set of challenges. Many SSDI households have received letters updating them about earnings reports, disability reviews, and work incentive programs that have been modified for the 2025 to 2026 year. Some people are seeing reminders about the trial work period thresholds. Others are receiving updates on substantial gainful activity limits. And a portion of beneficiaries may even see temporary adjustments to their benefit amounts due to overpayment corrections. While these letters can be confusing or even alarming, they are routine end-of-year updates, not signals of benefit loss. SSDI payouts for December should continue as scheduled, following the standard Wednesday split deposit schedule. But again, the biggest issue is understanding the letters. And this is why information is more important than ever. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Are December stimulus payments real or not? For nearly 18 months, political leaders have been discussing targeted relief for seniors and disabled Americans who have not been able to keep up with compounding inflation. And while no universal stimulus bill has passed, smaller forms of relief, what some call micro-stimulus, are very much on the table. These include energy rebates, grocery credits, senior assistance programs, and potential supplemental Social Security protections that some lawmakers still want in the final budget bill. December is the pressure point. This is the month lawmakers feel the heat, especially as millions of seniors enter the winter season facing the highest living costs in decades. If Washington moves on additional relief, December is the last chance to make it meaningful. Because of this, December 2025 is filled with what-ifs, and millions of Americans are watching closely. Families are waiting to see if Washington will deliver relief before the end of the year. Seniors are waiting to see how much their January check will rise. Disabled individuals are waiting to understand whether their medical reviews or work rule letters mean their payments are at risk. And low-income households are waiting for the final word on whether extra assistance will be approved before 2026 kicks in. These uncertainties create anxiety, but they also highlight why December is the most important month for Social Security communication. SSA knows that millions of people rely on these payments to pay for food, rent, medication, utilities, and basic survival. And that's why the agency sends more letters in November and December than any other time of the year. They're trying to give you clarity before your bank account feels the impact. Let's break down payout timing. December Social Security retirement benefits will follow the regular cycle. First week for those who've been receiving benefits since before May 1997. Second Wednesday for birthdays 1 to 10. Third Wednesday for birthdays 11 to 20. And fourth Wednesday for birthdays 21 to 31. SSDI follows the same pattern unless the beneficiary receives payments under the older system or shares payment status with someone receiving retirement benefits. SSI follows the first of the month rule with early payout adjustments when holidays intervene. But here's the part most people overlook. December is the month with the highest rate of delayed deposits due to bank holidays, federal closures, and year-end processing. If your deposit hits late, it's not a sign of your benefits being cut. It's the normal December chaos that happens every single year. On top of payout timing and increases, another major topic in December is Medicare. Medicare Part B premiums, deductibles, and copays change every January, and these adjustments directly affect your Social Security check because they are automatically deducted. This means some seniors will see less of their increase than expected, while others may see higher net payments depending on their enrollment status. The December SSA letters explaining your new Medicare deductions are extremely important because they help you understand exactly what will happen to your January check. Too many seniors throw these letters away, then panic when the new payment doesn't match their expectation. Understanding the letter now prevents stress later. Another major topic gaining momentum is the push for Social Security protection reform. With millions of Americans facing high rent, rising food costs, expensive utilities, and limited savings, Advocates are demanding structural changes to help seniors and disabled individuals stay financially stable. This includes proposals to increase SSI asset limits, raise the federal benefit rate, and improve SSDI work incentives. While none of these changes are guaranteed for December, the political pressure is at its peak. 2025 has been one of the hardest financial years for retirees and disabled households, and lawmakers know they cannot ignore this any longer. The most emotional part of this entire conversation is the reality millions of Americans are living in right now. Seniors are choosing between buying groceries or buying medication. Disabled individuals are rationing insulin. Low-income families are fighting to keep the heat on. People are selling furniture, skipping meals, delaying doctor visits, and living in fear of eviction. December is supposed to be a season of peace. Yet for far too many Americans, it's a season of pressure, panic, and survival. This is why every Social Security update matters. This is why payout timing matters. This is why even a small increase matters. And this is why the possibility of additional relief matters more this year than ever before. As December 2025 unfolds, one thing is absolutely clear. Social Security is no longer just a government program. It's a lifeline. It's the difference between stability and crisis for millions of Americans. And every payout, every COLA increase, every SSA letter, every administrative update, and every potential stimulus discussion shapes the reality of families across this country. This is why staying informed is not optional. It's essential. So as we go deeper into December, keep your eyes on your mailbox, your online SSA portal, and your bank account. Understand your letters, track your payment dates, and don't let misinformation scare you. Social Security is stepping into 2026 with new rules, new increases, new protections, and possibly, if political momentum continues, new relief opportunities. This is the moment where knowledge becomes power, and power becomes stability. If you depend on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, survivor benefits, VA benefits, or low-income assistance, then December is the month you cannot ignore. Because the truth is simple. The future of your financial security is being written right now, in real time. And what happens this month will shape everything that comes next.